Everyone's heard of the story Cinderella. If you haven't, here's a little summary. Cinderella was a normal girl with a bad home life. Her stepmom was evil and her stepsisters weren't kind either. One day, her fairy godmother comes and told her she can go to the royal ball and have all these fancy things till 12 o'clock. She goes to the ball and her prince fall in love. At 12 o'clock she runs away, leaving one glass slipper that the prince finds. He searches everywhere in the town for her and eventually finds her, and happily ever after. But what happened if there was no happy ever after? We met in high school. His dark brown hair swayed in the wind and his golden eyes locked mine. Even though we were only seniors, we could both feel it. We both had lots of classes together. We started talking. Blue robes and funny looking hats. It was finally the end of another school year. My last school year. I'd gotten a no to meet whoever is in the school gardens out front. I walked around the school as my friends cheered. I entered the garden of beautiful flowers full of color. Will you go out with me? That's the only thing I could think of that night. Of course I would love to. That is the only thing ringing in my ears like a fire alarm. We started dating, happy ever after. But no happy ever after this time. We would see each other all the time, and then it got accepted into my dream university. Mine was in Maine, his was in California. I was super happy, but sad for him. Before I left for college, he took me out to the park, went down on the ground, kneeled, and before I knew it, I was engaged. I had left the next week with a diamond ring on my finger and a smile on my face. I was lonely in Maine, but I got good studies for I wanted to be an author. We would always FaceTime, but there was always oh, I have to go, my mom is visiting, or uh-oh, or I have to go to work, there's an emergency. I didn't mind it. Well, only a bit, but I know I can trust him. I know he loved me with all of his heart, so I didn't think much of it. My book had sold over 1 million copies in the past week, and I decided to pay you a visit during the Christmas holidays. What if I told you in the end the prince never loved Cinderella and just wanted one of her stepsisters? Then you would say, oh, that's not how it works. But in my story, that's the ending. You must be wondering why you got this instead of a text or in the mail. You must wonder why I chose to send you a DVD of me getting a monologue. Well, you got this because I can no longer hold in the feeling of getting the bad ending, so I took myself out of the story. So just know that I'll never be the Cinderella, but ending happy ever after for me, I guess.